Yo, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to the Undisputed podcast. As always, I'm back with Shay.
Hi.
But we have a guest!
We do!
Yeah!
Sohail!
Woo!
Nice!
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
Woo!
He's never going to want to come back in this podcast. We're doing this in Shay's car.
The Ford Focus.
Yeah.
Because it's the best.
Yes. So we're doing this in Shay's car. We have not had a guest, like I was just saying, since Cameron last year, which I think Cameron's podcast went up on like the 17th of December.
Jeez.
So basically a year. But you're the second guest in the podcast, so welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah. So, we'll just start off by, how have you been? Because the viewers have seen you in a few videos, but you haven't been in videos for a long time. So, how have you been?
I've been doing good. Uni is an experience.
Uni?
How do I explain it? Like 4 meetings a week.
4 meetings a week.
Trying to get placement and also doing assignments and exams. So yeah.
What are the exams like?
The first exam messed up, and so they had to reschedule it.
Serious?
The second exam went pretty well. I got like 55-60%.
Fuck.
Or something.
That's actually
And then like the other ones are the assignments are actually not too bad as well. They only caused me like slight sleep deprivation, but yeah.
Because you're not sleeping at night, like, at all. You're up, like, you were texting me, and, like, you were up for, like 36 hours.
Yeah.
Like, consecutively. Like, that is insane.
Yeah, like, I do about, what was it? I do about, what was it? Yeah, like, usually I'm up till about 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe.
Jesus Christ.
It's either I'm doing work or I'm on Netflix. It all depends, really, at the moment. I usually work on Netflix sometimes.
What do you watch on Netflix?
That's the point, yeah.
At the moment, I'm actually rewatching Suits.
Suits?
Yeah.
I've never
Never
heard of it.
It's so good.
What was it about?
Right, so it's about this guy and everything. He's got this guy called Mike. Basically, he wanted to become a lawyer and everything, but he didn't have to he has an identical memory, and he would basically take he would take the basically the LSATs, which is like basically the American sort of like law exam basically to get into the law school. Everything, and then basically he'll take the LSATs for other people. So he'll pretend to be another person to take the LSATs for.
And then they get in.
And they get in and everything. And he charges like a fee of like $100 or $1,000.
Okay, I was about
don't-
to
yeah.
wait, no, I would charge more than 1,000 if I'm getting them like a lawyer job, because a lawyer job pays you.
Yeah, but see to
Charge
be fair, that is a good-ass business model.
It is.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it,
Prison.
but if you're going to, you might as well, charge more.
Yeah, and then what happened was like his friend everyone was wanting him to do this, like basically this favor for him. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll do it and everything.
Yeah.
And then basically, not gonna spoil anything, but basically, the police got involved and he was like, Mike was running away. Oops, sorry.
Sorry, Sohail.
What is it?
It's a, what do you call it? It's a power off thing, because the...
Just touch it then and make sure it doesn't go off. I guess if you just poke the screen.
There you go. It's still going, like, but it's just... Sorry, Sohail.
Yeah. there we go.
It's because it's pressing down on that, so it wants me to power it off.
Okay.
Sohail, apologies.
Continue.
Okay, so basically the story at the moment, everything he basically gets involved in the favor. Long story short, basically the police got involved,
Right.
and then basically he's running away from the police. There's a law firm interviewing people for an associate job,
Right.
kind of like an entry level job into a law firm, and that was and what happened was basically he runs in, says he's this person. And he's like to get away from the police, and then he goes in, and then even though he doesn't have a law degree, he impresses the guy. And it's so good.
Fuck, that's actually decent.
Sounds like
And then he gets a job at a law firm without no Harvard. And they only take Harvard graduates.
Right, and he's
he,
not Harvard.
He's not a Harvard.
this guy's just scammed life.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it shows that he's good at it, though.
Yeah.
He has a photographic memory. He recites every single thing from the law book and everything. Yeah.
That's the fun.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
My
so-
question is, because you've been watching Netflix, have you watched Squid Game?
No.
You should watch it.
I know.
It's
Yeah,
just
like,
random.
Wait! Bro, fist me, because we're on the same page. I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched like maybe 20 minutes of it, and that's about
Did
it.
you not like it?
No, I liked it, but I haven't got the time to actually watch it
Okay.
more.
No, when you get the
Yeah.
time, I said I think both of you should watch it because it's so fucking good.
Right, well... Sorry, were you...
No.
Okay. I was just going to say, right, you know the way Squid Game is
Yes.
like dubbed and subbed and shit,
Yeah.
right? Now, I have no experience with anime, and I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Well, I do. Yeah.
You do, okay.
Right.
I got Crunchyroll yesterday, which is the app
Mm-hmm.
for doing it, but
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
paying for it.
I thought you were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the cereal Crunchy Rolls.
Is there a cereal called Crunchyroll?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No Crunchy Nut.
Oh,
Crunchy Nut.
no, is there not an
Captain
American
Crunch?
brand called Crunchy Rolls? Or
No,
Crunchy?
Captain Crunch.
Oh,
Do you know what it makes me think of?
What?
It makes me think of those like ham dough balls that you get from 4-Star.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I want pizza.
Right, what were you saying?
Sorry.
sir?
Okay, right. Because I don't know the big craze of anime and like why everybody watches it and why it's so good and Hadouken shit. Like I don't know that, right?
Whatever it is.
Hadouken bit, or I did that wrong.
That's,
so
what the fuck? That's Street Fighter.
is that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
Street Fighter's technically an
Is it
anime, but
Kamehameha?
it's a game.
see, I don't know. I don't care. No, right? But I tried to watch it yesterday to sort of understand a wee bit more about it, right?
Anime.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a lot of weird ones, a lot of weird ass descriptions. One talked about puberty, and I was like, what? But then there was one that I tried to watch. I said on it dubbed, and I was like, right, okay, so that means someone's speaking English over it. And they were just speaking Japanese or whatever it was. No, that sounds racist, but I don't know what language they speak. But they were speaking that sort of different language.
Yes.
And like, I have no idea what it was. So then I went on one that didn't say dubbed and it didn't say subbed or anything. And it was just subtitles, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch this while I'm in the shower, bro. Like, I can't fucking, so I can't watch it. But
Well-
what is the big craze of anime?
Okay, so I think basically like the big craze of anime and everything is just basically the appeal of like basically going for like mangas, like reading mangas because I love mangas. I've got like 60 or 70 books of mangas.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Mangas basically like Japanese comics.
It's back to
Oh.
front,
It's
isn't it?
like from you go from right to left, and it's like basically yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Why?
Like, I don't understand. Like,
Like it's even in like was it Middle Eastern like Arabic and I think Punjabi and everything where
Serious?
basically you'd read it from right to left.
Bro, you're on a whole different wavelength of intelligence, fam. Like, yeah, I couldn't. Fair enough.
yeah, but like, how do you read right to left? Like, I have trouble enough trying to read comic books because I'm like,
When you say read right to left,
Yeah.
it's still the sentences are still left to right, but you just read the right page first, right? It's not then. It's fucking T is here, H is here, E then. No,
Wait,
E N.
no.
I was like, it's not actually reversed, is it? It's literally just the same shit, but you read the right page first, right?
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Oh, actually, no, that confuses me.
I was like, imagine it was like the whole way reversed, so you had to read it backwards.
Yeah, because I see like a lot of like Arabic text, right?
Yeah.
And like say on Instagram or whatever, and it's like a book, or like say you see like a book, like a picture of a page that's like in Arabic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it starts here and then just ends abruptly here, like not in the full side of the page. So like, you know the way on like a normal book, it would start here and then end abruptly here somewhere.
Yeah.
But it does that, so I'm like, how the fuck do you read that?
Oh,
Because it's like, say...
it's just practice, really.
Yeah,
for
but
me.
I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I barely, like, I don't understand how you would read. So do you have to, say if it's like a comic panel, right? Would you have to read, like, this one, then that one, then that one, then that one?
Yeah, so sometimes with like basically mangas, everything like this is like Japanese manga, like, but basically it's basically just like going from like right to left, everything. It would be like basically going like, all right, here's this panel here, here's this panel here. You go from
Right.
there to there, and then sometimes there'll be like a wee small one here, be some like a wee small one there. Is like quite comic book esque.
It's like normal comic books,
Yeah.
like, because I read those, but,
Yeah.
like, because I read, like, Batman or whatnot. But, like, it just confuses me to read it back to front.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, like, I'm sorry.
I struggle to read books in English sometimes, so it's like,
Yeah, but that's because you're special.
well, yes. In many ways, yes. Yeah, no, I don't understand it at all. But I don't
Neither
watch
do I.
anime either. Because it's like, whenever you mentioned about I don't get the appeal of anime. It's like you were
don't-
saying it to the both of us. I was like, you do realize, like, I watch Squid Game, but I do not, I've never watched anime.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know Sohail sort of does.
Sohail
but I
and
don't get the-
Cameron Warren do.
Yeah,
He's both like it.
I don't
Like
get the
I
appeal.
think if you want to get like into like it's like ease yourself into anime, it'll probably be like maybe One Punch Man.
It's all that, but do I
Yeah.
have to read then the text at the bottom because it's all in different language?
You can get it in English, surely.
I believe so. If you can get it basically dubbed. Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah.
I said Sub Game, you can get it, no English
Sub
said.
Game.
Squid Game, you can get it said in English, but it's just, say, I'm one of those people that when what they're saying doesn't match, like, the way their lips are moving, you can tell it's not them, it really angers me. Like, it triggers me. So I watched it in Korean or whatever it is, I think it's Korean. But I was like, it was such a good show to the point where I didn't mind reading the subtitles all the way through because it was that brilliant. Like, I personally thought it was brilliant. So that's why I'm saying you should watch it. But, no, I don't get the whole appeal of anime, to be perfectly honest with you.
That's fair enough.
But,
Like, all I did was I got very angry and then went on to Netflix. Or no, went on to Disney Plus and then started watching the 90s Spider-Man TV show, like the cartoon, because I don't know what I'm doing and I wanted to watch some cartoons. I'm 21, you know.
fair enough.
Like, I don't get the appeal, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's one thing, actually, I forgot that we do it every podcast and do this time. A dad joke.
Dad joke. Okay, go ahead.
Because I've told Sohail many of them, but these are ones that aren't. Do you want A or B, Sohail, of the dad jokes? B.
Yeah.
How does the moon cut its hair? He clips it. So now there's a disappointing awkwardness in the room. So he'll just gets up and leaves. Like, fuck you, you've just lost your second guess. Well, this is the podcast, it's been 11 minutes. No, yeah, so that was a dad joke. Another one I wanted to ask is, so obviously you're on the podcast now. What?
Maybe you could trim that joke down a wee bit.
Let's not do that. We're going to do what we did on the podcast yesterday. There was a part of the podcast yesterday I told a dad joke and I said, was something about Switzerland, and I go, I don't know, but their flag's a big plus.
Yeah.
And then Shay said something about, oh, that really added to the joke.
Yeah.
And I said, as long as it didn't minus any of the fun. And then he said something, you said, was it?
It always equals satisfaction
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
And I said it multiplied the entertainment. And we just kept going back and forth, and I was like, our parents, like, if they watch this, be like, why the fuck did we, like, why?
We're gonna be so good dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but there was a question I want to ask you on the topic. So obviously, before COVID, before the big, like, bat thing, whatever it is.
C.
Yeah, the big C, you know, the big C-19. You recorded videos with us, right?
Yeah.
We did the Undisputed Jeopardy. We did the Spelling Bee, which I bullied you. We did the, what was it?
Shark Tank?
The Shark Tank. And what was the last one?
You bullied me in the Shark Tank as well.
Yeah. But what was the last one where we all did? We held
Who's
up
most
the nose?
likely to?
Yes, who's most likely to find shit. So obviously you record videos of us.
Yeah.
You recorded a few today. What is your favourite video that we have all recorded together?
Oh, fair.
Like, what is your favourite and, like, why?
Oh.
Because I've recorded a shit ton with Shay. But obviously you, since COVID, you haven't been in one. Aside, like, last year, Christmas. But what is your favourite one that we've actually recorded?
I think it was, like, the spelling bee, actually, because I remember basically being so nervous there because you were kind of having like that kind of Falabi sort of Falabi, yeah, sort of like acting and everything, basically being like, and then you're like checking your book and everything, being like, yeah, that's right or that's wrong or whatever.
Yeah, because there was one, I think, I can't remember who it was, but there was one that you literally did the KSI thing and then you went through and you were like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. I think it was either you or Slay, I think. And I goes, yep, no, wrong. No, there was the ones, there was forfeits and all that as well, but I just remember that Shay said something, like he spelt it, and he made a comment, and I goes, so you want it to be harder then? Like, you don't like the easy words? And he goes, yeah, a bit of a challenge. And I went,
no way,
okay. No, you said, I go, so you want it to be like a bit of a challenge or something? You said, like, yeah. Or, like, you agreed in some sort of way, and I was like, okay. So then I brought them three up, and I skipped you, and then I brought them three up again, and then I think I goes, Shay, come here. And I got Shay to spell one, I gave him a really bad one. He walked away. No, I give him like a normal one to ease him, and then he walked away, and as he sat down, I goes, Shay, and I called him back.
Yeah. I remember, I got damn, I still have PTSD from that shit. That's why I blocked it all out.
Oh, shit was funny. So that was your favourite one? Okay, what was your second favourite one?
Ooh.
Because we did, they were funny, like, they were really funny. I love those videos.
Who's most likely to?
Who's most likely to?
Yes.
That was funny.
Oh,
that was one of those chill ones.
Yeah.
What?
Was that not one, sorry, where, what was it? It was like, who's most likely to, like, what was it? Like just fall in love immediately, and then we both chose me.
I think we all chose. No, Slade chose himself.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you choose?
I think I chose you, I believe.
I know I chose Shay, and Shay chose Shay, and I literally stated anybody who knows Shay chose Shay. And I was like, because that was the comment I said, like, a woman could walk down the street and Shay could say hi, and the fact she acknowledges his existence, Shay would be like, we're actually made for each other, like, we're going to get married.
Yeah. Because I want love so bad that I could fall in love with a rake if I hit it and it said hi.
It just hits him and he's like, yeah. Yeah.
I like the pain. Give me the stick of rakes in my eyes. So, yeah.
While we're on the topic, Shay, what is your favourite one that we've filmed that includes, like, all three of us at least? Because we've recorded probably about 6, 7.
Really actually like the Shark Tank.
The Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, because it was just so much creativity, and you got to see everybody's creativity, and then I did a shitload just to get shot on for the batteries.
Well, actually, no, to be fair, I didn't shit on you. I was being critical. Because
I actually shot on myself whenever I thought it was so good, and then realised that no, it wasn't. It was a pile of dick.
No, because Shay was one of those ones, because he pitched it, and he went for the most creativity, and I was like, well, I'm going to be critical like they do in Shark Tank, and I started asking him questions, and he couldn't answer the questions. I'm like, not confident in your own product, huh?
I'm like, no, bro, it's a fucking mask that looks like it's smiling that turns your tears into laughter. No, turns your laughter into fucking tears.
And then you said something about batteries, and I think I made a comment saying, why would I want to buy something that includes batteries? I have a PlayStation, not an Xbox. Because I was like, it's the reason I have a PlayStation, not an Xbox, I don't want batteries.
That's where our thing started, wasn't it, about the Xbox?
Yeah, that's where we just started taking the piss out of Xbox.
I fucking love that, because fucking, I say that to my sister all the time. Obviously, she's got an Xbox, so she says, but we have rechargeable battery packs, and I'm like, yeah, but you still have to recharge them.
Do you know what's funny, right? We have the thing where anybody who has an Xbox gets roasted. You know the Sidemen. See if you're a Messi fan over a Ronaldo fan, or you're an Android user, they instantly shit on you. Because I remember they were reacting to the Sidemen Reddit or something, and it was the crying cat meme. You would know what to say. It's like the cat, and like you see like the tears going down.
Oh, I think.
And it says, me being a Messi fan and an Android user watching the Sidemen, and it's just sitting there crying because all they do is roast the Android and that, and then like me and Shay just roast Xbox all the time.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation's better. The only Xbox that was better than the PlayStation, Xbox 360 was better than the PlayStation 3.
That was my favourite.
PS2 better than the original Xbox, PS4 better than the Xbox One or whatever it was.
And I have had both, so I can tell you the PS4 is better. Plus exclusives, Spider-Man, come on.
Very true.
Yeah.
So, my favourite out of the ones that we have recorded, I'm not gonna lie, my favourite one, I enjoyed them all. I think that they were funny, but my favourite, like, actual, like, video one, I really liked Undisputed Jeopardy, because I liked the setup of it.
Yeah.
I liked all of them because they were really funny, but like just for like the actual video, like the setup was really cool.
You had stuff stuck to your walls.
Yeah, because I really wanted to do it differently, but then of course when I went around to the shop, they didn't have what I needed.
Yeah, sticky tack things, so you just sellotape everything.
Yeah, so I just sellotaped everything. But I wanted to have a better setup. But the Shark Tank one, we need to do the Shark Tank one again at some point. It won't be until we fucking move out though. But we need to do that again. But that next time we can have a proper setup. Like a proper setup, and that would be really fun. But I just wanted to know what was your favourite one. Because I was actually curious, though, what your favourite one was. So, Shay, do you have a topic? You said you wanted to talk about something?
I do.
What?
We briefly touched on it before. But my guy, take my hand.
My guy. I love how I ink all of you.
I can't write with pens properly, so you know.
That's okay, me too.
Nice. Okay, so take my hand, brother.
Yeah.
Hi, I know none of your audience is interested in this, but I am.
But it might be, you never know.
Okay. How excited are you for Spider-Man No
Yeah.
Way Home? How excited are you for Spider-Man No Way Home?
How did I know you were going to ask me
Because
that?
I asked if you were excited, and then I'm like, you know, the only thing that gets me excited these days, because I don't have any women in my life, is Spider-Man. So, I'm 21 and I like the wall crawler. He's great.
I really like Spider-Man.
How excited are
I'm
you?
actually really, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I might not, like I told us, I felt like it might be really difficult to get in, like, the first week. So I'm gonna wait until like the first week's comes
Fair.
out, and then I'm gonna go watch it.
See, to be fair, I haven't even seen Venom 2 yet.
There's a second one.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is hang on.
I know it was the first
So
one. I haven't
good.
seen it, but I know it was the first one.
Like the likes of like what do you call it, like the likes of Bobby and Sohail, right? You have now both told me that it's so good, whereas Danny, my tattoo artist,
Yeah.
she told me that she didn't like it,
Yeah.
or it wasn't living up to her expectations. They could
Yeah.
have done so much more with it. And everything. But I'm like, the only thing I know that happens in Venom 2 is the after credit scene.
Spoiler.
No, there's no spoiler of the TV. If you know what I'm talking about, the green.
Yeah.
Aye, that's the only thing that I know what happens. But like, I haven't watched it. I don't really want to watch it, but I haven't just gotten off my ass to go to the cinema to see it. And plus, I've got no friends to go to the cinema who would want to do that. Yeah, because
I feel like this
they're
was
not
like
interested.
really like trying to get Sohail to agree to go watch it again with him because he was like, I don't have like any friends to like
Yeah, I'll
go
watch
to the
it.
cinema
I
with me
would
to
like-
watch it. And you're
I-
kind of like eyeing up
No, I'm
Sohail.
okay. Like, I would like. I was actually eyeing up you, but okay. I would actually like just a movie day with my bros. You know, where
Yeah,
we go to
so-
the cinema and we see a movie, and if it's a musical, we sing along to it. We bring our chicken licken inside.
Well, we couldn't because sure the Dublin Road Cinema's closed. Sure, it closed.
Well, then I'll drive specifically to Chicken Licken and then drive to the Omniplex.
Oh.
So, I shall do that.
I mean, it's
so-
sad. Rip.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. Debenhams in like
Is that a jeans store?
that looks like a makeup like sort of.
Oh,
like,
I thought that
store.
was a jeans store.
No. The Debenhams everything is actually getting rebranded. Like they're like it's basically used for Debenhams. Everything's actually going to be used for as a cinema now.
Right?
Yeah, so there's going to be another.
Where is that?
That'll be in Castlecourt.
I was about to say because my brother was mentioning to me about Castlecourt, and he said to me, "There's 2 floors," and I said yes. And he goes, "You've never been the third one?" Like, there is no third floor. And he goes, "There is. If you look up, you can see like the roof, like 2 more floors. But obviously, there's no way to get up." And he said apparently that he heard. And I don't know if it's true, but he said apparently he heard that they're gonna do a cinema up there, and there's gonna be a laser tag. Like they're apparently going to be putting a cinema and a laser tag up there. Because he said if you look
there's
up, which
arcade
I've never
actually,
thought to look up. What?
Yeah. Apparently they might be doing arcade. I think it was all.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I said because they got rid of the arcade. Sorry, they got rid of the arcade at the Odyssey, so they might be putting it there, which would be pretty cool because they did get rid of the arcade. And there was only a good thing about the Odyssey, but
Oh yeah. Also that was another thing. The Odyssey cinema got bought over as well.
I know.
Yeah, it's a nice Cineworld.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how would they advertise that in their cinema in Debenhams? Like, I was thinking they could do something like this, right? So they could go, what do you call it? Like, welcome to Debenhams, the only place, the only cinema where you can get salted popcorn and a free pair of jeans as well. I would
As
do
well.
that. I would so do that.
I love how you're still stuck on it. It's a jean shop, but it's not a fucking
Yeah.
jean shop.
It sounds like a jean shop.
No, I get no. Whenever he said it, I did think, oh, it's probably like a clothes shop that like they do like really cool.
Yeah, like
jeans or something like that.
Debenhams buy your jeans here, you know, like
Yeah,
we sell exclusively, specifically jeans.
Yeah, the only thing is like the Debenhams haven't got like basically like so Debenhams is there and everything. Then that sort of like everyone bust or whatever over the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in cinema, I do not know which company ever like bought the like land or whatever. Yeah, so now they're putting up the cinema. Yeah.
I just want to get nachos and chuck it over people whenever I don't even get scared of the fucking. Whenever I get scared,
Taking
it's not
shots.
even a jump scare. No, I'm joking.
No, that reminds me of the way you were saying about the cinema. I think the last time we all went, did you come see Logan with us? Wolverine movie?
No.
Jesus, 2017.
Because I know me, you, and Cameron went to see The Lion King live action. I thought you came to see Logan with us. I know you went to see Get Out with me. That was real. That was the one he chucked the nachos. Literally.
yeah.
You know what happened? Sorry, I keep fucking reading.
It's okay.
You know what happened?
Movie was great.
So, have you seen Get Out? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's such a
fantastic.
good movie.
Jordan Peele.
No. So basically, what happened was, do you know the way it cuts? Like it jump cuts. Like,
Yeah.
It was like staying there. No, that was it. It didn't even jump cut. It was like staying the same camera angle. And then the guy walked around the corner. Someone walked, and do you know the way That.
Yeah.
It did that, and he went, and, no,
I
he
don't-
jumped, right? And I was sitting beside him, and the nachos went up, and I just remember I was sitting there, I saw the nachos fall down behind me, I literally looked, and there was just one singular cheese nacho sitting on my knee. And I looked over at him, and he was like, there was just like 2 free nachos left, but it wasn't even a scurry part, and he just yeeted them up.
So the only scary part of that movie is whenever the gardener is running towards him, and
Yeah.
he's running so far towards him, and then he just runs
Yeah,
right
that's-
past him. And I'm like, that is horrifying. Like, imagine that shit. So yeah,
I'll never forget
gross.
that. Like, that's why every single time somebody mentions to me about nachos at the cinema, that's the exact thing that plays in my head. Like, I just can't. You always get nachos as well.
I like my nachos.
talking
So does the floor, apparently.
talking of being scared in a movie theater, right, guys? What's your favorite scary movie?
Get out.
No.
Yeah, I mean, just get out.
No, what is your favorite scary movie?
The first one.
Fuck off.
The first one's pretty good.
Satan's pretty good. No, but seriously, scary movies.
What's my favorite actual scary movie?
Yeah,
Well, it depends what genre, because there's so many different genres.
horror.
Yes, but like there's like you could have, if you say slasher, it's gonna be one of the Friday 13th. If you say paranormal, it's gonna be like The Insidious or The Conjuring or like Lost in Connecticut or something like that. It all depends.
Fair enough.
You gotta remember, I'm a big like horror movie fan, so
Okay, well, what if it is respectively? Put it into one big category, and out of all of them, you just choose your favorite.
well, I couldn't choose a favorite, but I would just say one of the paranormal movies. So we'll say Insidious, The Conjuring, or Haunting Connecticut or something like that.
Sure.
Because I'm a big fan of paranormal, so I'll say that. Why? Where is this leading?
I just wanted to know.
Okay.
First Halloween movie.
The first one?
Yeah.
Like the very first one?
I like it.
Fair enough. A lot of people don't like that because they think it's very boring. It takes ages to build up.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I like
it.
it. The part I always remember is the part, do you know the literal part? You know whenever Laurie gets home and then like she noticed that he's watching her, but then she looks out the window and you see him standing and there's the white sheets hanging up on the clothesline and he's standing there. She looks away for a split second, she blinks or something, and he's gone.
Yeah.
That scene. That's the scene I always remember because as a kid I just remember seeing that, and for some reason I was like, oh, he disappeared really quick. That's pretty cool. Because my mum was watching it and I just remember seeing that. That's the part that sticks in my head constantly.
Awesome.
But it's not even like a big part. It wasn't even like a kill or anything. It was just because he disappeared.
Serious?
I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's quite sick, my boy. Wow, what's your favorite scary movie? Either you don't have an answer or you're really building this one up.
I'm trying. Because like you, there's a lot.
Yeah,
But it's not in, it's just of the ones I've seen that I like.
fair enough.
I would say it's going to be an either. I'd say either the first Scream or the second Child's Play.
Okay.
Because I like those types of movies.
I don't even count Child's Play as a horror movie, is the thing.
Yeah,
I
but
find it
you
funny.
know, it's not a light-hearted movie. So.
No, I know what you mean, but it's like, I remember I saw this thing that, someone was like, oh, they're gonna make they should make like a Child's Play series that's like a comedy, and I'm like, bro, I thought the fucking movies were funny as shit. What do you mean? They were like, oh, they should do it, but in a comedic way, and I'm like, movies were funny as shit. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But then I haven't clearly seen Bride or Seed because they were
No,
done
they
in a comedic
fucking
way.
suck.
Yeah.
They fucking suck.
Like Chucky masturbating, like what the
Like,
fuck is
leave
that?
that to Ryan Reynolds in his Deadpool costume. Like, fuck it.
Exactly. Looking at his wee fucking
His wee unicorn,
Yeah.
wee squeaking thing. I don't know why I love Ryan Reynolds. I don't know why it just reminded me whenever he was doing an interview and they were talking about it. He goes, did you get to keep anything from the movie set? He goes, oh yeah, I kept the suit. He goes, I had to wait 10 years for the movie. I'm keeping the fucking suit. He goes, I had to wait 10 whole years for the movie. I'm keeping the fucking suit.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
No,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Oh, of course.
Shay doesn't really care about this, so we'll run over quickly.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know what's coming up soon? Real soon?
It is the Secret Santa.
No. it's nothing to do with us. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury.
Oh
Right.
yeah, December 17th, 18th.
18th, yeah. Who do you think is going to win? And who do you want to win?
Oh, that's a good question now. Alright, right.
Tommy is 7-0. It's funny 'cause
7-0?
yeah,
But
7-0, and Jake is 4-0 now, I think. 4-0, yes.
Is it? No, I thought it was for you, no?
What, Jake? No, I think he's 4-0 now. He beat Deji, but that was amateur. Then he beat professional.
Yeah, 4-0,
he knocked Nate Robinson clean fucking out.
And then Ben Askren.
Per Ben Askren. And then he beat Tyron Woodley.
So it's 5.
Wait, he beat
No,
Tyron
but
Woodley?
the Deji one was an amateur fight. I'm talking about pro fights.
Oh, fair.
It was a, no headgear type of thing. Yeah, he beat Tyron Woodley.
Okay. I think
It was the one that I said. I called it bang on. I said, I think Jake's going to win. I said, I think Tyron Woodley, he's not going to be the champion, Tyron Woodley. I think he's going to be hesitant, and Jake is going to just fight at a distance and outbox him. That's the second one. I said, if Tyron Woodley actually went for the kill, he would have knocked him out. And I said, but he didn't, and Jake outboxed him, so you got to give it to Jake. But now he's fighting Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is a professional boxer.
Yeah.
He's only 7-0, although he's not the most sharp individual whenever it comes to boxing, because he fought the last fight Tommy had was Jake's main sparring partner, and he won, but he should have knocked him out in the first round, and he went the whole distance with him. Like, it was ridiculous. I literally said. So that's Jake versus Tommy. So who do you think's going to win?
Oh, that's a good question.
I can't tell you who I think or want's going to win, because I'm going to do like a whole video on it. But I just want to see your opinion.
I feel like this is going to be a very, very interesting answer. Jake Paul.
You think he's going to win?
He's going to win, yeah.
Who do you want to win?
Tommy Fury.
You want Tommy Fury?
Yeah,
Why do you want him to win?
Because Jake will then be humbled. He'll be humbled. He'll be finally humbled, and he'll actually be a nice person. That's what I believe. But because he has that sort of like big sort of ego, it sort of clouds his judgment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think Jake's going to win?
Yeah.
You want Tommy to win? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I just wanted to ask to see your opinion, because I wanted to know who you wanted to win, because a lot of people want Jake to win. Like, even Mini Mentor, Simon said, he goes, I don't like Jake, and he goes, but I kind of want him to win, because I kind of want to see how far he can take it.
Yeah.
Obviously, JJ, when they asked JJ goes, no, I hope he gets knocked the fuck out. But JJ thinks he'll win.
Yeah.
Milo even picked.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no!
Yeah!
I'm just... I'm very hot.
It is very warm.
It is.
So yes, you pick Tommy, you want to win, but you think Jake's going to win. Fair enough. I just wanted to ask that. You should watch the press conferences, though. They're very entertaining.
I've seen clips of it, yeah.
Have you? Have you seen John Fury?
No. Okay.
John Fury and Tyson Fury is involved in it now. And it's there was one part I couldn't stop laughing at, and it was they were doing the press conference, and the first one was in America, so Tommy couldn't make it, so he was I don't think he was there at all. His coach was there. And the second one was in the UK, so Jake couldn't make it, so Jake was on this. Do you think with the amount of money Jake has, he'd have better fucking internet? Because he was on this kind of, like, Skype call, or whatever the fuck it was, and it was shit connection, right? But it was so funny, because Tyson Fury, obviously, that's Tommy Fury's brother. And he was saying about how he didn't like Jake Paul, and he goes, I don't think he's done anything, blah, blah. And then Jake cut Tyson off and goes, well, just like a few months ago, you were saying about how what I'm doing is good for the sport, and this and that. And it was just Tyson literally just goes, yeah, but that was 3 months ago. Now I think you're a wanker. So he's just there, he goes, that was 3 months ago. Now I think you're a wanker. So the build-up's very entertaining. But it's nice to know your prediction. Then.
Yeah. Also, I think the reason that Jake has really bad internet, I think it was because, like, Comcast's like internet provider, they're like one of the big internet providers, and they're like really shit. Or like, because they're that ISP, because our ISPs here, like Business Sky, Virgin. BT, Virgin, Talk Clock, all that kind of thing. I think in America's, don't quote me on this, but I think they
clip it.
I don't think they have the best internet. I don't think they have the best internet choices. Yeah.
I mean, here do we.
We have Virgin, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, they're alright. This is really dusty. Isn't that insane?
Nice.
Hey guys,
that's some cool dust brew.
How about a day where we clean my car and I'll pay you a tenner?
Okay.
Yeah.
Video idea.
I mean, I cleaned your room for fucking free, so.
Video idea.
Yeah, you help me move my room around.
Yeah,
hey, I got you a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Speaking of food.
Yeah. Are we going to get some? No?
Yes?
Yeah, we'll get some soon.
Oh yeah, thank God. Yeah.
What?
Can we get a lunch? And then later get the dinner?
Well, I've already had lunch, but I'll take something small.
You already had lunch?
Yes.
I don't have breakfast.
Bro, I'm fat. Of course I ate. I knew that we weren't going to eat straight away when we came out, so of course I ate.
Shit.
Of course I ate, eaten.
Well, can we get lunch?
Put the food in my mouth.
Can we get lunch? And then, like, later tonight, get dinner?
Sure. I love how you're asking me like I'm your parent.
Oh, well, I don't know, like, you know, I wanted to do it, but, like, I don't know if the collective wants to do it.
Yeah.
Well, yes, no, we can do that.
Okay.
But we'll do that after, of course.
That's okay, Tim Hortons.
Okay,
Because-
don't, because the video's not out yet. Don't mention anything about.
No, I know,
That's
it's
what-
just I tried it once with my sister and it was really good.
Okay. No, I was about to say, just because we've recorded obviously quite a bit of Grimace videos, and the video might not be out yet.
No, it's fine.
So-
No, I just tried Tim Hortons once with my sister and
Okay.
see their fucking, what
They're
do you call it?
donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
they're fucking donuts. They're caramel donuts.
They're, what do you call it? Just, yeah. I had a wrap once from
They're wrap ones. It's always the wraps and the fucking donuts people talk about.
Yeah.
But do you have an actual topic you want to actually discuss while Sohail's here on the podcast? Because he'll probably never come back again after hanging about with us for this long.
Aw. No, be our guest. The world is a test.
I'll be back in
Bars?
2032.
Bars.
No, I don't know the fucking... Oh, no. Be our guest, put your service to the test, I think. Isn't it?
Yep, service
no.
to this.
Do you have
what
anything
you
you
said.
want to talk about then? Because you're the guest.
Oh, so have any of you guys basically played the new GTA Definitive Edition?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
No, but I know where it's going.
Okay,
Have
so
you played it?
I've seen so much gameplay. One of my mates actually bought it,
Oh god.
and he bought it on PC.
Oh god.
Yes.
So it's more expensive on PC, isn't it?
No, it's better.
No. So basically,
I don't. I think anything is better than shit.
like no hate to basically the Grove Street Games. They're like they done what they can with 21 people.
Grove Street Green.
Grove Street Games. They're the actual
Yeah.
developers. of it.
What do you mean 21 people?
That's their entire staff.
I thought it was Rockstar.
Yeah, no, Rockstar published the game,
Right.
but the ports were developed by Grove Street Games.
Oh, fuck.
21 people.
21 people.
Please, is that because a lot of people left because of COVID or something?
No. This is like a small studio. They done the mobile port of the GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, and I think GTA 3, and also they done the Xbox 360 port of like basically San Andreas,
Yeah.
and that they've had like a long-standing relationship with Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
They've done like the entire portfolio, I believe, is just all ports. So, but porting over of free games to like 8 different consoles and PCs is a very, very hard thing to do with
Yeah.
21 people.
Yeah, but-
The development was 2 years.
Oh my god.
Because
2 years?
Could you imagine basically having to, I'm guessing like remodel stuff, do the basically remodel stuff, do like where I say work on basically getting the textures right, and also remember how when me and you done games moment,
Yeah.
and imagine having the like Maya, like remember when we used Maya?
Oh, God, I hated that.
No.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
3D modeling tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so-
I hated that shit.
No.
It was fun to mess about, but then I actually had to properly use it, and it was terrible.
Yeah,
But it was fun, like making 3D penises.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
But,
pretty
like,
cool.
see making that 3, like, 'cause I only did that year, the first year of that course. See making that fucking Lego character, both of them. Man, did it suck, because you had to get the tangents, or like there was a wee line or something you had to put down, and then you had to go into the other version, like the version of it whenever it was like, you know, fully rendered or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you had to see it, and you were like, no, have to shave this off, have to shave this off, have to shave that off. I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate it.
You mentioned that. Do you remember whenever we were in tech, and do you know where you had to like make the holes and shit? And obviously, like you said, you had to do the lines. So I'm sorry. I just keep
No, it's okay.
So obviously you said you have to do the lines, so it has to be like, you have to render it. Do you remember the time I was rendering my whole 3D animation? right?
27
Remember I told you this?
computers.
Yes.
What?
I rendered my whole 3D animation, but for some reason mine was taking longer than everybody.
Right.
But I was rendering mine later than everybody. I can't remember why. I think I was trying to catch up on something else.
You're using smart texture as well, by the way. Like you were using quite a lot of smart tractors on
Oh,
your
yes.
models. Yeah.
I used quite a lot of that, but I was behind for it.
Right.
But then I had to render it. So obviously you have to do, say, from frame 1 to frame 32. Right? And there was obviously shit ton of frames. I did it. Do you know where you walk into the class? There's like 4 computers here. There's the aisle, and then there's 2.
Yeah.
I had about 20 something computers or something like that. I had like the 4 here, 2, 2, 2, 2.
And the other room as well.
Yep,
Yeah.
the other room rendering it,
Oh my God.
and I rendered about 32 frames on it, and they all like, because these were times that we should have been home, but we came in the attack because you could still come in the
Till
attack
9
and do
PM.
your work,
Oh,
and
right,
we
yeah.
stayed there till 9 p.m. and I would have like one computer rendering for about 3 hours, and they were all
Serious?
rendering for about 3 hours, and I had to do it for about 3 days because it took that long.
Oh my God.
And I remember it, and like, what was it? I think I literally done it. And after I'd done it, no, Michael or something came in, and he said, like, why are you using so many computers? And I told them. And, like, other people came in, they go, why are you using so many computers? And I told them. And they were like, why is it taking this many computers? Why is it taking 3 hours for 32 fucking frames? And I was like, I don't know. And I think after I did the animation, something happened. Michael either told me that there was something wrong with the animation, or he showed me a way that I could have done it quicker. And I remember I said to him, I'm not going to be here for these results because see that fucking window. We're on like the 3rd, 4th floor. I was like, whoa, I gotta run face first.
That is fucking
Like
insane.
I remember. I remember whenever you done it, and then you're like, right, you set up all the computers for me. I didn't use any smart textures. Mine got done in an hour and a half.
Yeah, no,
My entire
Shit.
because you were doing
on
something
one
else.
computer, by the way.
He was doing something else.
I was in Hitman.
Yeah, but you were working on other work while I was doing my 3D animation because you were working on a different class.
Yeah.
So I got my 3D animation done. Basically, what would happen is Sohail would be doing his work, I would be doing my 3D animation, and then I would leave one computer for myself and do the other work that I needed to in the other class. Right, and then I got all mine done eventually. And Sohail needed to do his, and I said to Sohail, I'll come in with you because I finished everything. I goes, I'll come in with you and I'll help you set up all the computers. We did it, and about an hour and a half in, his was done. And I said, I'm not a jealous person, but I was there like, fucking lucky bastard. In my head, I was like, I kind of hate you, and it's not even your fault, but I kind of hate you right now. Like, yours only took an hour and a half. Mine took 3 hours on about 20 computers each for about 3 straight days. I was like, and yours took an hour and a half.
Sick.
But the thing is, the things that I had in my animation that was taking it so long, I was told to put them in because the model wasn't sticking right. So I was told to put them in.
That's ridiculous. See, right, was that in the first year or the second
No,
year?
second year.
Oh, right, okay. Because I remember, like,
Good hell.
in the first year, was that I hated it. Because the way I am, I'm like, right, I'll do my work and I'll go home.
Yeah.
And then, I want to go home. And then, but it's kind of like, you had to do your work and then you go home and then you work on your work. And I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's why I hated it. But I'd say the Lego animation, or the Lego one was it was the worst one. But I did Kick-Ass, so I did 2 characters from Kick-Ass, so I did Red Mist and Kick-Ass.
Is this the 3D one?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, this isn't the 3D animation, because I was only in the first year.
Is this the 2D Angry Birds one?
No,
This
is
is 3D modeling one. Yeah,
it was a 3D modeling, but you had to put them two in a scene sort of thing, and you had to just keep them there.
Yeah.
So you did, but I fucking hated it. The best part was the painting, because I was done with the modeling, and I had the modeling all done, so the painting was the best part. But, like, that sucked. But then the Angry Birds animation was my favourite. So it was, because I remember I took that home, and I did that at home, because that's what I wanted to do. I liked doing that sort of style of animation.
Yeah.
And I was able to go in and fucking move his lip up, or move his wee part of his wee beak up and down and everything. And then I looked at everybody else's, and there's like a guy called Ocean or Oshin or something.
Oh, listen, yeah.
And then he had, on his one, he had like, what do you call it? Because he was playing his, and he had like zoom ins and everything, and people fucking flying everywhere. Yeah. And then my animation was a scene from Breaking Bad where Walter White was literally just talking, and then he jumps away. And as he jumps away, he gets smaller. And I was like, I was 16, I shouldn't have been there at that point.
My one was very, very simple. I did like just a Family Guy one because I didn't know what else to do, and I literally just did like Peter. And I don't know, like just literally a basic one. I struggle with it so much because it's like we would always get shown what to do, But it's like, I just have the shittest luck, because I always, without a doubt, I always just had to be at the computer that was, like, slower than everybody else's, or it had, remember, this always happens, so he'll come back to this, it was either the computer was slower than everybody else's, or do you remember the time I sat at the computer, and the one computer I sat at didn't have the actual app that we needed?
Oh, why, like Unreal or something?
Yeah, Unreal Engine or something. It didn't have it.
God.
Or no, it either didn't have... One of them didn't have it. I went to sit at a second computer. It did have it, but it didn't have the updated version. And I couldn't update it.
Oh my God.
And then I remember I had to go to somebody else's room and do it. And then I remember I sat down and I came in the next day and the Unreal Engine was there. But it started to crash because it was only recently updated.
Oh my God.
And I literally, like, Sohail can back me on this one. Like, I remember this shit. It was whatever computer I sat at. It's like whatever team or person I cheer for loses. I've been to Belfast Jams about 8 times. I've seen them win like twice. They lose every time I go because I'm a jinx.
Right.
The Cavs were doing all right this season, but they suck. I cheered for Anthony Joshua against Usage. He lost. You know, everybody I've cheered for against Jake Paul, though I've said Jake Paul's going to win, I cheer for the other person. They lose. So basically, I'm a jinx, right? I've literally acknowledged I'm a jinx. So whatever computer I sat at, I cursed. It worked fine, but as soon as I sat at it, it changed. Everything changed. But it was always the computer I was sitting at.
Fuck that.
Had a problem. And it was always, I either had to go and sit at a computer in a different room with a complete different class, which is very awkward, right? Whenever you have social anxiety, you have to walk in and be like, yo, can I, like,
Hi, me.
use a computer in here? And then, like, you get stuck and you can't ask that teacher because that's not your teacher. So then you're like, I have to awkwardly get up without disturbing this person's class and go into my teacher and ask them what to do, and then them to come in and show me. You know, I was like, it was very awkward because I didn't want to like disturb their class because I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful and disturb their class. They're trying to do their shit.
Yeah.
So it was either that or I would just sit at a computer. Like me and Sohail would always sit together. I would sit beside Sohail. I'd be like, oh sweet, I'm sitting beside my friend. We can have a laugh while doing this. And I'd be like, nope, go sit by yourself.
I remember going to TAC the day that I got my GCSE results, right?
Yeah.
Going to TAC and literally the sign up for the course.
Yeah.
But before I went, the teacher phoned me and said, Shay, you haven't put your name down for A levels. And I was like, yeah, it's because I don't want to do A levels. And she's like, but you got enough points, you can come back and you can do A levels. And I'm like, no, I want to go to TAC now. This is my future. I want to go to TAC and I want to make games. And she's like, oh, okay. And then I remember that whole night and I was like, I'm so excited for my future of making games because I want to make games. I'm so passionate about making games. And then I got into it and I was like,
wait, we actually have to make games? What the fuck?
I'm like, wait, I actually have to do this. This is so fucking hard. Why do I want to do this shit? Like, the only class that I enjoyed was a storytelling class.
That was my favourite one.
Yeah, because you got the stories.
Yeah, and you got to design, whenever you drew, you got to design your character, so I loved it, because it was art in it, and then you got to design your stories. That was my favourite.
Like,
that was the only one I think I got a distinction in, because I really cared about that class.
See, we did stories and everything, and I did stories of Belfast in the 70s, you know, bombings and shit. Like, I did not know that was offensive to people at that point, because I didn't grow up around, you know, knowing about Catholics and Protestants and shit. Like, I did not know about anything. But, it was fucking, like, so I did that, and then there was one, what was it? I can't remember what it was, but this dude was on a bus, and then his bus blew up, and then it flipped over, and then he just got out. But I literally cannot remember what the fucking story was, but I remember having to draw it. So then I drew it, and then the guy, it was literally just him walking down the street, and then he goes in and he realises that his parents are dead. Because their house got bombed. No, his house got bombed. But, like, yeah, there's no water in this. But, it was just fucking... But it was just, oh, man, it just... it was good. I need to cough again, I'm sorry.
Fair enough. But yeah, funny college stories. Did I ever tell you is whenever I first went to the TAC, and they said, no way you go on a day that they tell you about it and they show you and blah, blah, blah. Like, you've already signed up for it, but you go on a day where they bring you all into the class and they tell you and they go over, like, some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They told me the wrong date, so they told me earlier, and I showed up. And I remember I showed up, and there was me and, like, 3 other guys. And we were all, like, kind of standing there because there was no teacher. And we were all just started laughing and, just having a laugh.
Oh, fuck.
And then the woman called us in and was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, you aren't supposed to be here today because of this and that. They were in, like, a different, like, year than me, I think.
Really?
So they were, like, the year above or something. And she was like, oh, yeah, no, it's not today. You're supposed to be here, blah, blah, blah. So she brought us in, but then she's like, oh, yous are in this year, so, like, I can show you this. She goes, but your year, you don't have to come in till this date. So I came in, waited there for about 2 hours, walked over there, waited for about 2 hours just to be told, oh, by the way, we told you the wrong date. It's not for another, like, week you start.
Oh.
And I was so angry, and I was like, do you know what? I don't even want to come to you stupid college anymore. Like, I was so angry, because I got out of bed early as shit, and went there just to be told, yeah, no, by the way, fuck off.
They have, like, they fucked up a lot because I remember they fucked up with our classes. And my God, I remember going to college and we had to do, like, a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
So I did, and I was 16, right? And I did it. I did the PowerPoint presentation. I don't even have a fucking hair bubble to put my hair up, so I'm just sitting like this.
Why don't you just put your hat on?
Have a hat. There we go. Shay is a twat. And he has a hat. And he can't rhyme properly because he's an old. So there you go. But no, those are some sick beats, bro. Rapping flow is decent. No, decent. Shit, I remember I used to say that all the time.
Oh, fucking hell.
I hate my life. It's great. But no, and then we're able to do it. And, wow, that's cool. We're able to do the, it's like a PowerPoint presentation. You had to speak to the class.
Yeah.
And everything. And then whenever we were speaking to the class, so I went up and I did it, and obviously I was horrible. And then some people were just fucking decent, and then one guy, Connor, you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good as fuck, because I didn't expect him to do, like, a lot of stuff, and he did, like, a lot of stuff, and he really went in detail, and I was like, oh my God, like, you're cool. And then it was this, like, girl, and then
I'm not going to say his last name, but is this the one that always went, like, about beans? You know what I'm talking about? The real fucking funny one.
Yeah, he said he was autistic the whole time.
Yes,
as well, yeah.
but I don't know why he
Yeah.
had an obsession with beans, but I fucking loved it. He was so fucking funny.
I know,
But it's like he
cute as
always
fuck.
made those jokes, and he was obsessed with beans for some reason.
Yeah. No, he was funny as shit.
He was.
But I was him. And he always used to say strategies, like strategies, and I was like, that's cool as fuck. It's like how instead of saying specifically, you say pacifically.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah, I picked up on that. Instead of saying specific or specifically, you say Pacific or Pacifically. I pick up on
Never
that.
noticed that.
I pick up on that, like, all the time. But no, it was like that. But then there was this girl, and then she cried and didn't have to do her thing. And I was like, this is what this is going to be, my whole life of giving presentations, and then some girl cries, and then she doesn't have to do it. Because I remember in, what was it? It was English or some shit. And I was in a group with a girl that me and you both know, Joshua.
Yeah, don't name him.
I'm not going to.
Right.
And, yeah, and we had to do our presentation, like, together.
Yeah.
And she cried. And, I had to stand up there and give it with another girl. And the other girl wasn't even in our group and didn't know our presentation, but she just had to stand up there with me. So awkwardly. And I was like, yo, I can do this by myself. But, yeah, so my teammate cried, and I had to give it by myself. But, like, I understand why you cried. Because
She was with you.
just look at my dating record, like, you know what I mean? Every girl I've ever been with has left me, so maybe I'm just repulsive. Like Iron Man's technology, nice. It was horrible, but that was meant for you to get that. But no, yeah, so I can understand why the cry, because of the, like, anxiety of standing up in front of people and talking, but, like, I just got over it. Like, I had it, but then I just got over it, because I was just like, people are just like, imagine everybody in their underwear, and I'm like, no. And then I was just like, see, to be fair, I don't really care, so I'm just gonna do it. But it's just annoying whenever you're in a teammate, or you're in a team with someone and they cry and don't have to do it. And then they still get the points for it, and I'm like, you fuck. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Exactly. exactly. I need to cough so much.
That would not be me. If my teammate was out, I'd be like, motherfucker, if I'm feeling you feeling with me, I'm bringing your shit down.
Exactly. Or you're bringing me down, so
yeah.
I'm gonna bring you down.
We're 54 minutes in, so we'll start to wrap it up.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Quickly, what?
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna say about basically the GTA 5 Definitive Edition.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Sorry, we just went off.
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's okay. No worries.
Yes. No. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Basically, so whenever I was talk, just in case anyone's listening, I was like, oh yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah.
But basically, they were basically saying, was it by how they see basically the polygons and everything. Basically, imagine having these 2005 polygons and put them into 2021. How difficult that will be. And especially the wireframes as well, so they're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck. Unless they basically done a remodel, and used that and everything.
They did everything from scratch.
They did everything from scratch, and I thought, oh, okay, no problem. But then they left freaking data leaks in their code on the PC. Right, so the PC edition had data leaks. It had was it code basically they had to take down the PC version for 3 days.
Seriously?
Because of personal information that they didn't want people to see being accessed.
Was this 3 days after it was released?
It was taken down on launch day on the PC version.
But people probably would have bought it before that, surely.
Yeah. Some people got refunds, some people got told no, and then some people got
Brand pulling up their quarters and we're throwing arms like, I want my money.
Wait, allegedly, no, I don't know about that, but yeah. Yeah, I have to use allegedly, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was looking into it, and it was just basically and the thing is, Rockstar, they should have quality assured it, they're tested it at least. I don't think they did that, and also. They took down the modders. So beforehand, basically the modders everything had basically GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City, GTA 3 looking amazing.
Yeah, like they did.
They've done it probably twice as better than Rockstar.
Yeah.
Grocery games and everything. And then Take-Two and Rockstar done cease and desist letters, sent them out to all the modders, and then basically after that game was released, the modders fixed it. The modders fixed their game that they released this year. Yeah.
It's insane. I've seen some of the work that the modders did, and I was like, oh my god, this literally looks like GTA 5 graphics.
Yeah.
So those, remember whenever, GTA 5 first came out on the PS... Nope.
Oh, Xbox 360
Xbox 360 and PS3, yeah. And you were just like, oh my god, these graphics are fucking lit. It was like that. That's what they look like. I saw side by sides of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, the Rockstar Games version looks so shit. It literally looks like PS2 fucking graphics. You know?
Yeah, they haven't really done that much upscaling.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what happened to all the detail that you put into your fucking games, you know what I mean? The horse's balls go bigger or smaller depending on the weather and Red Dead 2. You know what I mean? So what the fuck?
I want to see testicles that grow depending on the season.
I want to see testicles that hang depending on age, you know what I mean?
The definitive edition, that was what GTAs did that involve?
GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City, and GTA 3, all for those three in total £60.
Okay, no, because I saw ages ago, a year ago, where you could get the GTA collection, but it was I think GTA 3. I thought it was GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, and GTA Vice City as well, but I don't think it was the updated one. I think it was just the old graphics, the way it was.
Yeah, they actually because that launch was so bad, they actually because they took down GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, and GTA Vice City from retail stores. Yeah. They brought it back because they realized how bad it was.
Oh, God.
And I think I believe they brought it back for free for people who bought the definitive edition.
I'd like to think so, yeah. I'd like to fucking think so.
We're just going into a thing of now game companies fucking up games and games getting delayed. It started with Cyberpunk, and then, Hogwarts Legacy got delayed, Riders Republic got delayed, Dying Light 2 is now getting delayed. It was supposed to be out my mum's birthday, which is 7th of December, and it's now not out until February next year.
To be honest, I believe the reason that they're doing that is because with like basically like giving someone, because there's so much expectation, they want to match that expectation every day. They want to basically have a definitive edition again.
To be fair to them, though, they'll never be able to do that, because they could make a perfect game and there will still be people that will complain.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the thing. Like, you gotta please the majority audience, but having this idea that you're gonna please everybody is just unrealistic, because, like I said, you could literally make the perfect game and someone will complain. Someone will say it's too perfect, I want it a little bit less, so it's like realistic or some shit. Like, they will literally say that. You could have a game that has literal realistic graphics and somebody will say, oh, it's too realistic, but then you'll have it not realistic and they'll be like, oh, well, it should be realistic because our technology, so you're not gonna please everybody. But I get their point, why they're delaying everything, but at the same time, just release the fucking game. It also looks worse that if you delay the game and then you bring it out, and then the more you delay the game, the higher the expectations go.
Yeah. Cyberpunk.
Like 10 years or some shit, I don't know.
They started development on back in 2012, I believe. Yeah. They 9 years. 8 years, actually, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
8 years, but because they were doing Witcher 3, they didn't actually start ramping up development until like 2016, 2017.
But apparently The Witcher 3 came out and it was a peeping pile of horse shit whenever it came out, and now it's been updated and it's one of the most popular games.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the best rated games.
I've never played it.
I've never played it either, but apparently it's amazing.
Oh, it's great. It is great. I put in about 45 hours into it.
Sheas.
This man is experienced.
The thing is, I put in 45 hours into it, but I'm still busy not that far into the game. Like, I just roam around this.
This man goes through the worlds and actually acknowledges the game. This man games.
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck, he games.
Thank you.
And he doesn't fuck because he spends all his time on the games. Oh shit, that's like me in Valhalla. Like, I'm not even halfway through it. Like, I deleted it, but I'm not even halfway through it. And I spent, like, literal days playing that game.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, it is so shit. No, it's great. But fuck it, no. Do you have a dad joke?
Yes. Why, do you want one?
Yes.
Alright, well, I got two. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's called soap opera. I love how Shay goes, do you have a dad joke? Knowing he'll be disappointed. And he still goes, oh, I'm so disappointed.
I was so happy, I just wanted some disappointment. You know what I mean? It's like people that get games and say, oh no, the graphics are too realistic. Yeah. Well, you want to be immersed, don't you? Yeah, but it's too immersive. You know? It's like, I'm happy, but I want to be sad, so let me be sad.
Is there any other topics you want to talk about, Sohail? Or is that it?
I think that's it for
That's
now.
it, you're happy, yeah.
Until next time.
Yes, unless you come on the podcast again, which would be cool. But
No.
We'll start to wrap it up then. We'll start to wrap it up here then. One question then, because we'll wrap it up here. Mm-hmm. So obviously it's near the end of the year. Yeah. 2022. Right? Mm-hmm.
What? No, it's 2021, bro.
No, I'm saying it's near the end of the year, 2022, and it's coming up to 2022.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's coming up to 2022. I'm not that stupid. I'm close to it, but I'm not there yet. Right, 2022 is coming up. What is your goal for 2022? Because obviously you're going to uni. You know, do you have like a set goal that you want to be somewhere by the end of 2022?
On a placement and everything with a company.
Okay, so you're doing a placement currently?
No.
Or you were?
Earlier in the year, I was doing a placement at a company. No, I can't say what.
Okay, you don't have to say a company, but
but basically, I was in a placement there, and then basically after that placement finished, I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I went on to my second half of my degree, and then they're saying, oh, you can do a placement again. I'm like, I'll actually do that because that'll probably be a good idea to get at least a year and a half of experience basically. Yeah. Everything, and then I'm like, alright, no problem. I'll do another placement. And now I'm basically sending out job applications, doing interviews, doing all that kind of thing. So just
for that job role.
No,
or just jobs in general.
Just basically placements and everything, internships.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing that, and then just want to try to get a placement and everything. And then.
So when does your uni actually end? When do you have your degree?
2024.
Okay, 2020. Fuck, I thought it was shorter. Okay, so so your goal by the end of 2022 is to be in a placement, probably a permanent placement, until you finish uni or something. to get you more experience or something like that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then obviously you want to pass. Is your uni year over this year so far? Or no? Do you know what? I'm assuming it works like college, right?
That's good year.
Yeah.
Like, so has it ended yet this year? Your uni year?
No.
When's it end?
Oh, right. So I done, was it like from like September to June?
Okay, so it's like a school year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
September, June, and everything. Yeah.
So you just want to pass yours and then be in a placement. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. No, I just wanted to ask that to see. Because obviously you were saying about the uni and that's the job role you want to go into. So
Yeah.
I just thought I'd ask.
Fair.
But yeah, so we're all good to wrap up, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been the Undisputed Podcast. I think episode 76 now.
I don't know.
I believe it's episode 76 now. 76 or 77. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed as always. Hope you all are thinking positive, test negative. Hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Podcast. Thank you for coming on the podcast, Sohail.
Thank you for having me.
You were our second guest. You're welcome to come on the podcast or videos anytime you want. Hopefully, if we do get you on at some point again, we can have like a proper setup next time. With Cameron, we kind of just did it where we all just stayed in our house because he's over in Manchester and we recorded on our phones and I edited it together.
Yeah.
So hopefully next time we can have a proper setup. So like I said, you're always welcome on the podcast.
Thank you.
And yes, it's been good. But do any of you have anything to say before we end it? You're gonna fart, aren't you?
You had that face.
No, would you not have thought that's what he was gonna do?
You had that face, yeah.
I was thinking of what to say, but I can't think of anything, so no.
Right, do you have anything to say then?
No, that's it.
No.
Thank you
All
for
right,
having
well,
me, guys.
again, what?
Thank you for having me, guys.
No problem.
Thank you.
Again, thanks for coming on the podcast. You're always welcome. But this has been the Undisputed Podcast. Shay, Sohail, me. And we'll see you in the next one. So, peace.
Peace.
Behind the scenes.
I'm not going to lie. I thought sitting forward would be easy because I was sitting forward for basically an hour and then an hour, another hour. Hello. My back is fucking killing me and my old ass knees.
This goes into behind the scenes. Because it's still recording. So, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
And I am Shay.
Oh.
I am nothing. So, nice.